and going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove here before the tip-off. Hi, and welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Herter in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Derek White is out there with Collier, and it's Williams at the 5 roaming the paint. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
To the paint, it's deflected. Williams with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And that one's good. Tatum.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Herter. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Giddey. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Here's Collier. Giddey defending. And it's Collier missing. White against White. And White kicks to Herter. Vucevic's screen on Brown. From deep, Herter. A three-pointer is right on target.
And Herter's confidence is really impressive. He believes every three he takes is going in.
Outside Tatum. Here's White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's White. We saw him with 19 points his last outing, and he makes that one.
Hard to deny Vooch inside when he can play over or through you.
Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to Brooklyn. An efficient score, Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hand.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Chicago with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Pass to Giddey. Takes a three. Another three for Chicago.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
Collier, that's good. Collier's got his second bucket of the night.
What's not to like? He's been really good so far. Good start.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Buzelis. And White kicks to Herter. Back to White. Clock at 6. Shoots over Brown. Rebounded by the Celtics. And you want to talk about winning recipes? These guys have 21 wins in a row. That's right, 21.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
Now, Giddey. 5 points in the game. Pass to Herter. Vucevic a screen on Brown. to Giddey. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Collier. Makes it off the glass. Collier's got his third basket of the night right there.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 2. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
Celtics have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. Here's Williams. Buzelis grabs the board. Pass to White. A 3. Goes back up. And Vucevic with the layup.
Just a stellar rebounder. Vucevic, look, he relishes getting those extra offensive rebounds.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Sam Hauser's checked in for the Celtics. And Bernie Simons comes in for Collier. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Osumu, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Trey Jones subbed in for Kobe White. And it's Brown missing. The Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Osumu, the pass to Giddey. Williams sends a screen for Giddey. Drops in the tray. Giddey's got 10 points.
And letting his offense come to him naturally. Good seeing Giddey take and make those kinds of shots.
Back to Simons. And they get it. Drills it from outside.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Giddey. 10 points for him.
Well, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense. Oh, goodness, man. One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. A Rich of the play-in tournament has not been kind to the Bulls in the past couple years.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't be in the play-in tournament 3 seasons in a row. That's where we should start. And every time they fail to advance, it shows how valuable getting a top 6 seed can be.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Outside, Jones. Driving in. And that one drops.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Here's Brown, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And the balance Brown has on these takes, refusing to let the D get the upper hand.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And really a big factor in their win last time out was his work at the line.
Chicago making a switch here. Phillips has checked in.
Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
Chicago trailing here. Outside, Jones. And it's Smith, top of the key. In the corner, Okoro with it. Here's Dosunmu. Buries the long-range jumper.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Here's Tatum. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Inside Leaner. Count that one. Tatum's got it all tied up now for Boston.
Now, what hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Now Chicago has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Now here's Jones. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Here's Brown. Shoots over, goes to move. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game. Brown's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. 7-second difference shot in game clock. Here's Jones. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Simons surveying the D. He doesn't hit that one.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Jones. Some solid defense from Brown. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And Chicago has possession. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, you hate losing a game that you control for 3 quarters. But that fourth was just really an abomination in terms of how they played. And unfortunately, they took it out.
They've got Sam Hauser. Collier out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Minot in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Chicago has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ballgame. Richard, what makes Kobe White such a hard player to guard is how many ways he can get a shot off at a lot of different angles.
Off the catch, on the bounce, pump fake, reload. He is comfortable in any situation, and his efficiency early on was his issue, but it has improved year over year.
And the Celtics with possession here. The Bulls knocking down the 3, and with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Collier.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
White looking around. Kicks it out to Jones. Smith sets the pick for Jones. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That is his first foul of the game. Derek White's checked in for Anthony Simons. And Chicago also making a switch. Okoro's checked in for Zach Collins. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Jones. Smith with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game. White with it. And he just worked New York in that last game. And the basket by Hauser.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Celtics trail by 3. To the inside. Minot can't get it to go. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Knicks. Outside, White lets it go from deep. The rebound by Caden.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that one drops for him. Minot's got his first bucket in this one.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
White driving the lane. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Driving in with reckless abandon. White was ready for any kind of physicality.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to them?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. And a change for the Bulls. Josh Giddey's checked in for Jones. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And here's a look at the power rankings. Now that we've gotten into February, plenty of data to considering to go on. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, the Celtics, they've simply been on fire lately, ripping off 5 straight wins to help maintain that #1 spot. And with each additional victory, they're becoming more and more confident.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Here's White. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Here's Collier. He also had a big impact in that win against the Knicks. Count that one.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. White against White, inside. Okoro passes to Dosunmu. Misses the 3. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Over in the corner, White. And again, it's Boston with the 3.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's White. Back to Giddey. That shot misses. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 13-5 run here. To the left side wing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Collier. A 3-pointer, no good. Bulls trail by 4. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. Pass to White. This one for 3. Rebound, Boston. Cata's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Here's Collier. That 3 off the mark.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Got a piece of it. Here's Minot. Wasted no time on that one. Minot's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Chicago making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Okoro. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for White. And Vucevic kicks to Huerter. Now here's Giddey. 10 points for him. Sinks the 3-pointer. Giddey's got 13.
Continuing to add to his tally with that triple. Now his 3rd of the game.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. Their great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
And here's Huerter. Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. 6 to shoot. Vucevic is screen on Simon. That shot wide open. Giddey's got 6 in the quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And it's Brown missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Herter.
He's got such a quick release. Herter knows how to speed up a shot.
It's Brown on the wing. He's defended by Herter. The shot's good. 13 points in the game.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Now here's Dosunmu. He's covered closely. Here's Brown. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Trey Jones is checked in for the Bulls.
At the line,
That free throw good from Brown.
You got to respect the mind Brown has for the game. Both ends of the floor, he is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Outside, Simon. And here's Tatum for 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Here's Giddey. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Collier in for Anfernee Simons. Well, Josh Giddey provides a floor general's mentality, RJ, in a 6'8" frame.
Yeah, he sees the floor extremely well and prides himself on his ability to create easy looks for his teammates, especially in transition.
And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Takes a shot at the elbow. No good on the 3. And here is Tatum. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. 3-pointer. A 3 from Tatum.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And the 3-point shot has been big for them. We'll return shortly.
Thanks for being here. Let's kick things off with a check on the NBA Players of the Week. And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie. It was not me. I never throw the first chicken wing.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched Kenny.
Well, I don't care who did it. You're both cleaning it up.
But Ernie, it was Kenny.
And now it's time to talk about what we saw from Jason Tatum in that first half. He was a man on a mission.
Jason Tatum has it on automatic, Shaq. Not many players can score as easily as he does. I'm telling you, this guy is special.
And the way he gets his buckets, so silky. It's pretty. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey. He's
done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Bulls trail by 8. Taking a look at the Bulls. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Vucevic setting the pick for Huerter. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Huerter's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Bulls.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Pass to Williams. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Celtics lead by 7.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's White. He's got 8. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
Pass to Williams. The kick out to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. And here's Brown outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight. Over to the left wing. In the corner. Huerter with it. Giddey surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut back down to 7. The bucket there from Huerter.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Now here's Williams. Down low. Out to White. Brown outside. And it's White with the rebound. Now Chicago has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Fires the 3. And the Bulls another 3.
Love the catch-and-shoot approach. I like when White makes quick decisions on offense.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Brown. The trade. And Vucevic pulls it down.
You love to see the competitive fire, but he couldn't sink that revenge triple.
Right the pass to Giddey. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Williams can't hit. Bulls trail by 4. It's White on the wing. White covering. Huerter kicks to White. From downtown, buries it from three-point range. White's got 6 in the quarter.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to White. Here's Collier. They get it back. The kick out to Tatum. For 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got 18 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now Giddey. He's got 19. Pass to White. Back to Giddey. Now here's Huerter. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Collier. Giddey defending. And it's good for 2. He's got 14.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Bulls trail by 3. Pass to Vucevic. And here's White for the tie. Another 3 for Chicago.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Celtics have gone an even 50% to the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And here's Brown outside. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Herder, it's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Such a reliable scorer. Herder is good for double digits most nights, and he has been huge in this one.
And here's Brown outside. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Giddey sets the pick for Buzelis. From deep, Herder sinks the triple. Herder's got 14 points now in the second half.
You had to know that was coming. You just don't drain one on Herder's team without him coming for revenge.
Austin's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And slam dunk by Tatum.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Bulls have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. White against White. White, good. White's got 11 points in the quarter.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Simons, he's checked in for Boston. The Bulls also changing it up. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Dosunmu comes in for Buzelis. And Jones subbed in for White. Boston trailing. Simons on the wing. The kick out to Brown. Here's Collier. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
Man, what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create the teammate.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Herder. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Well, the Bulls shooting a superb 63% from the field. RJ, you and I talk to people around the league, and there's a lot of chatter about Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah, you can't deny Ayo's speed and shooting ability. And as he's progressed, he's become much better at reading defenses.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here's Giddey. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Boston is on to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Launches it. Chicago grabs the miss. Giddey with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. Nice shot by Smith.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assist. Straight rim rocker.
It looked like a Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. A 2-point game. He's playing host to Toronto for the next one. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another. And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
Giddey against Simons. Boom, he jams it straight down. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And here's Tatum for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
And the 3-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
No coverage that time. Herder's got 28.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
It's been all about Kevin Herder for the Bulls. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the load. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening?
Well, you also have to credit the other team. I always say, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The wing pairing. It's White and Brown. Then it's Anthony Simon. And it's Cada in at the 5 down low. That's the Boston 5. Chicago trailing here. White with it. Smith with a screen on White. White, good. 22 points for him.
White from distance, and look at the quick release. And the shot is just so soft when it gets to the rim.
Brown kicks to White. Launches a 3. Rebound by Smith. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Kicks it out to Jones. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Count the basket.
One of the premier scoring wings in the NBA, Jaylen Brown is at it again.
Here's Jones. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Now here's Brown. Off target from outside. There's White. Smith with a screen on White. White, good. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Well, White can be an absolute lethal scorer. Once he finds his comfort zone, oh, you're in for a long night.
White the pass to Simons. There's Brown with the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Brown's got 27 points.
That's his 3rd 3 of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Josh Giddey's checked in for Chicago. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Now, here is Smith. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. A rebound by Simon.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Count that bucket.
And this is something Simons continues to work on. Love seeing him look to involve his teammates.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to White. Smith outside. Nailed from three-point land. And the Bulls lead by 2. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Simons kicks to White. Pass to Minot. Fires from deep. And it's Simons missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jacks up a 3. And Okoro with the basket on the assist by White.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to White. For the three. Good on the triple.
Cutting into that deficit now. Well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Now here's White. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Thursday, they'll face off against Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Collier comes in for Anthony Simon. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Okoro. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Dosunmu. Here's Giddey. Powered down with both hands.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Knocks down the three.
And until he cools off, I keep the ball in his hand.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Vucevic against Williams. Now Giddey. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Vucevic outside. And there's the three.
He's been in the league long enough that late game moments do not scare Nikola Vucevic.
Tatum a three of his own.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They lead by 1. Takes the three. Good.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
Tatum fires. What a response. Hitting a three of their own.
It is the sheer confidence of Tatum, ready to put his team on his back.
Now Vucevic. Williams with the block. Now here's Tatum to take the lead. And the crafty layup. Good.
No stranger to the big moment. What a play there from Tatum.
Now Vucevic. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Got the 8-footer.
Vuce, the big man, makes the biggest play of the night.
Boston trail. 1:03 left in the fourth. Tatum. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Giddey. Now Vucevic. Shot clock at 5. Giddey. Got it to go off the glass.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Now here's Tatum from deep. Drained from outside.
the guy you want taking this shot. Tatum gets fired up and delivers.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Williams against Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Fires the three. A three-pointer. Good.
And I love going to Giddey there at 6'8" with his skill. Josh can get that one off anytime he wants.
Tatum outside. Puts up the three. Knocks down the three.
And since the break, he's just been money from beyond. When he's this high, the green light just doesn't seem to get any greener.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jason Tatum.